Welcome back to the Motion Gallerium. So, we start with Nick Dunne, a seemingly normal dude with that "I've given up" look you get after too many years of marriage. It's the morning of his 5th wedding anniversary, and he strolls into his Missouri bar, creatively called The Bar, which he owns with his twin sister Margot. He's cracking beers before noon, the universal sign something's off. Meanwhile, back home, his wife Amy is missing. Like, straight up poof. The front door's wide open, the living room looks like a crime scene that didn't have the budget for proper cleanup, and the cat's sitting there like, "I didn't do it, but I saw everything." Nick calls the cops, and soon Detective Rhonda and her sidekick Officer Jim show up, doing that squinty look police do in thrillers when they already suspect you. Rhonda's asking basic questions: when did you last see your wife? And Nick's giving answers that scream, "I've never rehearsed emotions before in my life." Soon, the house becomes a crime scene circus. Reporters, police tape, search parties, the whole missing white woman special. Amy, we learn, isn't just anyone. She's Amazing Amy, a beloved children's book character based on her, because her parents were rich, narcissistic authors who turned her life into a franchise. Imagine your mom writing bedtime stories about your failures. Therapy bills for days. Anyway, the public eats it up. Beautiful woman missing, charming but awkward husband, it's prime TV drama. But Nick, he's acting sketchier than a raccoon in your kitchen. He smiles in front of cameras. Like, full-on teeth smile. At his wife's vigil, you'd think he was auditioning for toothpaste commercials, not mourning his spouse. Rhonda starts connecting dots. There's a suspicious amount of blood cleaned up in the kitchen, credit card debt up the wazoo, and, oh, life insurance policies in Amy's name that Nick just increased. The man looks guilty even when he's innocent. Meanwhile, Amy's parents sweep in with their perfect posture and passive-aggressive concern, milking the media like pros. Nick's relationship with them, colder than a freezer full of forgotten leftovers. And when he has to do a press conference with them, he's stiff, sweaty, and awkwardly holding a missing poster like it's his report card. Then, plot twist number 1, we find out Amy is alive.
Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, not kidnapped, not dead, she's just chilling in some shady motel, rocking a new haircut and narrating like a smug villain. Turns out, the whole thing was an elaborate revenge plan. She staged her own murder to frame Nick for cheating and hopefully get him executed. You know, normal relationship stuff. See, Nick was cheating with one of his young journalism students, because of course he was. Amy found out, and instead of crying in the shower like a normal person, she went full, Criminal Minds, on him. She left clues, faked a pregnancy, wrote a diary that painted him as an abusive husband, and spilled just enough blood in the kitchen to make CSI salivate. The woman even drove cross-country with a plan to drown herself later, once Nick was behind bars. But life comes at you fast. While hiding out, Amy gets robbed by 2 redneck motel neighbors, because apparently, karma doesn't like perfectionists. Her grand scheme falls apart. She's broke, scared, and trapped. So she does what any self-respecting sociopath would do. Calls her creepy ex-boyfriend Daisy, the human equivalent of a red flag with a Harvard degree. Daisy swoops in like a knight in shining armor with a lakeside mansion that screams, "I definitely spy on people." He takes her in, pampering her with robes and fancy breakfast trays, but she's soon like, "Okay, you're making me feel like a hostage in a Pottery Barn catalog." Meanwhile, Nick's image takes a nosedive. The media crucifies him, every talk show, every headline. But then he gets his own PR manager who tells him, "Smile right, act sad, and America might forgive you." So, he starts playing the loving husband again on TV, confessing his flaws, trying to win over the public. Ironically, he's now acting more sincere for the cameras than he ever did in his marriage. Amy sees one of his interviews and goes, "Wait, he's charming again." And just like that, our girl decides to return home. But not before she kills Daisy, violently. Like, she lures him into bed, does the deed, and then slits his throat mid-thrust.
Damn!
You can practically hear the audience gasping and half the men crossing their legs in fear. She shows up at Nick's doorstep drenched in blood, pretending she escaped captivity. Cameras flashing, neighbors cheering, and Nick standing there like, "Oh my god, this woman is insane, but now I can't say it." The cops are confused, her story makes zero sense, but America eats it up again. She's the miracle wife who survived.
What?
Rhonda tries poking holes in her story, but Amy's tears and timing are Oscar level. She wins over everyone, except Nick, who now knows he's living with a psychopath who literally murdered a man and made it look like heroism. But Amy has an ace up her sleeve. She says she's pregnant. Not really, of course, she used Nick's old sample from a fertility clinic. Because who doesn't keep a backup baby plan for manipulation purposes? Nick realizes he's trapped. If he exposes her, he loses the baby, the public, and his freedom. If he stays, he's stuck with the Queen of Chaos. The movie ends with them back together, doing interviews, smiling like a perfect couple, while both know they're locked in a mutual hostage situation. He looks terrified, she looks satisfied. Marriage goals, right, and that's Gone Girl. A love story wrapped in a murder mystery dipped in marital trauma. It's a masterclass in manipulation, media madness, and how not to handle relationship problems. Moral of the story: always delete your diary and never marry someone who keeps a box of your hair. Hit that subscribe button for more recaps. A small gesture to you, most meaningful to us.